But for me, brothers and sisters, in my books, there's something far more dangerous, far more severe than simply being a sheep, a copier of a culture that's not yours. There's something far more severe. You know what that is? When you behave like that, and you forget your identity, your heritage as a Muslim, you have betrayed your trust to Allah. You know a lot of these people, why they behave the way they do, why they snort up crack, why they tattoo themselves, why they inject, why they try to find their identity in the music industry, why they do these things? Because they're broken inside. A lot of them come from broken families. They are lost. What is a man like me gonna do in this world? So they try to find some identity, some pride in this. You, however, as a Muslim, Allah has given you answers. You know, this is the problem. You know the secret to success. You know the potion to happiness. It's this statement here. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah. Allah has given it to you free of charge. And instead of serving this religion to the people, you serve them up crack and you say it's okay because they are kuffar. Who is more of a criminal in your eyes? I ask you. Is it the average Tom, Dick and Harry who doesn't help ill people? He's no doctor. Or is it the doctor who has the antidote but he hides it from the people? Who is more of a criminal in your eyes? Who is more of a criminal, the one who has no money and so he looks past the masakin, the poor, or the one who has money but then he looks over the poor people? Who is more of a criminal in your eyes? And so in the same vein, I ask you, who is more of a criminal in your eyes? Is it the kafir, the non-Muslim, the miskeen, who does not have answers to the happiness and secret to success in life? Or is it the Muslim like you, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali, Ya Khalid, Ya Ahmed? You know. And instead of putting a beautiful picture for Islam, for a people who need it, you hide it away. And you chase after their lifestyle. So they say this religion can't be from God. This religion of Islam cannot be from God. It can't be divine. Why? Because if it was going to work for me, it would have worked for you. Inna minkum munaffirin. The Prophet ﷺ said, some of you turn people away from Islam. By the way, this was the most powerful and aggressive khutbah he gave, alayhi salatu wasalam, in his life. It was the angriest he ever was when he was on the pulpit speaking to the Muslims. Which context was it? Drugs? Music? Alcohol? No. It was a Sahabi, may Allah be pleased with him, who led people in Salatul Isha, and it was a little bit longer than what should have been. And the companions got tired. So they complained to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. They said the salah is way too long. And so he got onto the pulpit and he shouted the place down, alayhi salatu wasalam. And he said, some of you are turning people away from the religion of Allah. That's in the context of what? Of salah. The pure act of salah, that was a little bit longer than usual. What then someone who's swinging drugs, peddling crack into his community? Thousands of people becoming skagheads and dopeheads and nitties because of his product, because of his food. What do you make of such a person? And how severely has he turned people away from the religion of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu? That is a question that you're going to have to take up with the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Imagine his blessed and radiant face looking straight into your eyes on the day of reckoning, when he says to you in disappointment and sadness and anger, he said, I bled over this religion. And I lost family, and I lost friends, and I lost my country, I lost my people for Islam. Why are you undoing everything that I did in my 23 years? You weren't a good Muslim, you could have kept yourself to yourself. You went out and you showed the world Islam is not a solution through the product you put onto the fields. Then imagine yourself standing on the bridge, the Sirat, thinner than your hair and sharper than a blade. And this is a sirat that moves, a sirat that speaks, a bridge that talks. It has pincers and knives and spears and blades and chains and hooks. And imagine your homeboys now crossing over and they don't make it. They fall into oblivion. And now it's your turn to cross over. And then one of those men turns back and he catches a glimpse of your face and he says, Ya Rab, that was a Muslim right there. That was my friend. I knew him. Not once did he tell me about you. Rather, he gave me the image that Islam is no different to our lifestyle, serving up the things we're serving up, snorting up the things we were snorting up, and singing just like us, a gangster just like us, a roadman just like us. Ya Rabbi, if I fall into hell, he should fall too. And I believe that this is a request that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will honor. Some of us are turning people away from Islam. We as Muslims are supposed to be picking people up from kufr, from disbelief, from confusion, from misery. Why is it now that the Muslim has become a man who's roaming the street picking up cigarette butts because he's now gagging for another rap? People should be coming to our ends, the Muslim ends, looking for answers, looking for guidance, looking for knowledge, looking for information about this honorable Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They should be coming to our ends looking for security. Now they come to our ends, if they dare, wearing riot gear, bulletproof jackets. Why? Because they fear for their lives. What have we become?